Hello, Dunlap family. Welcome back to another day of math. First thing we're going to do is check your daily work. So have that in front of you. We are looking at day 4. So the first one is actually you're comparing two decimals. All right, the decimals that you have are 2/10 and 4/10. All right, so think about it. If it's easier for you to think of it as a fraction, then think of it as a fraction. 2/10, 4/10. All right, it's the same thing, but just written two different ways. All right, so which is bigger, 2/10 or 4/10? Well, 4/10, you've got more with 4/10, so you want to make your less than sign. So we're going to say 2/10 is less than 4/10. All right, write the decimal 6/100. Now this is a little tricky because if I do just this, that's 6/10. But that's not the fraction that we have on our paper. The fraction we have on our paper is 6/100. So I'm going to have to put a 0 here. All right, because remember, hundreds is 2 digits after the decimal point. All right, so that little 0 allows you to do 6/100 or 5/100 or 4/100. If you've got anything 9/100 to less, you're going to have to put that 0 in there to make it work. So if you leave that 0 out, then it becomes tenths. If I put the 0 after the 6, then I have 60/100s, and that's not going to work either. So it needs to be before the 6, so we can call that 6/100. Okay? Look at the next one. Vanessa has 10 stickers. Tara has 6 times as many as Vanessa. Tara has 6 times as many as Vanessa. Vanessa has 10. How many stickers does Tara have? So Tara has 60 stickers. And that last one, were you stumped on that one? 5 1/3 minus 2 2/3. You don't have to know how to do this. I'm going to show it to you. That way, if you want to try to figure out, you can. But please don't panic because this is something that you're going to learn how to do next year in 5th grade. Okay, so this is a 5th grade problem. So I'm going to show you how to do it, but please don't stress. If you don't get it, you're confused, it's okay. All right, so we have 5 1/3, and we're going to subtract 2 2/3. Okay, can I do 1/3 minus 2/3? No, I can't do 1 minus 2. Don't you dare tell me to flip-flop them. No, I can't do it. So if I were doing a problem like this, let's say I had 31 minus 12, and I was dealing with whole numbers, I would just trade in. Right? Well, guess what? You're going to trade in over here too. But this time I'm going to take one whole away, and I'm going to put it over here. I'll let that sink in for a second. I took one whole, so now I have 4 wholes, and my whole is over here now as a fraction, because this is the fraction column, and only fractions can go in the fraction column. So I have a fraction and a fraction. I have 1 whole and 3/3. So I had to combine these. What's 1/3 and 3/3? How many thirds do I have now? How many? 4. I have 4/3. So I'm going to change this to 4/3. Now I can subtract. 4/3 minus 2/3 is 2/3. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my answer, my difference is 2 2/3. But again, if you didn't get it or it doesn't make sense, it's okay. Please don't stress. Your 5th grade teachers will teach you all about that next year. Okay? But that is how you do it, just in case. Don't lose your work from this week. Make sure, because you're going to need it for tomorrow. You will have an assessment tomorrow morning as part of your morning work. Once again, it's going to look a lot like this, okay, just like the last 2 weeks, but it will be online, so make sure that you look for it online. There will be a link in tomorrow morning's morning work for you to do it for week 26. Okie dokie? All right. So let's talk a little bit about line plots. We've been working on the learning target. I can answer questions about data measured in a line plot. Today you are going to make your own line plot. If you go back to your assignments, or if you go back to your Google Classroom, there is listed on there a step-by-step instruction about how to do it. So you're going to go to your assignments, all right, do your assignments page, and there's a link there that will take you to the document that you can use to make your line plot. All right, when you go to make your line plot, make sure you make it in such a way that I can see it, because eventually one of the steps is you need to take a picture of it and send it to me. All right, the other part of that is that there will be questions you will need to answer, telling me how you're going to interpret it. So you're going to make it, and then there will be 5 questions that you will need to answer about your line plot after you finish making it. Okay, so be very careful, follow all of my directions, make sure you get all of the parts. All right, everything's listed for you, you just have to go find it. All right, ask if you have questions or if you need help, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.